Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another Telly Talks. So I was having a conversation with my workout partner the other day, and we were talking about basically what do we see ourselves in the future? What do we want to do? Um, so he shared what he wanted to do and where he see his life going next couple of years, and then I began to share mine. But one thing I told him, you can set a plan, but God will laugh at your plan because our way is not his way. And though we may set out a plan, and it might be a legitimate good plan, something realistic and everything like that, but at the same time, again, our way is not God's way. So sometimes when we think we're ready for something, or we think by this time we should have this or we should have that, it doesn't always go like that. It's funny because we think we are in control, and as much as we think we in control, we're actually not. God is in control, so therefore God's plan is what will play out in our life. And yes, we can do certain things to try to get to that point where we want to be accomplished by a certain age, or we want to have a family by a certain age. We can try to do those things, and sometimes people do that. People do what they want to do, and sometimes it doesn't work out in the long run the way they would like it to be because they put the rush on things. They decided to put their plan into action instead of waiting on God so he can give you the perfect plan, so he can give you the wisdom, the knowledge, the endurance, and the patience. So whenever that spouse come, or whenever that career come, or whenever that job opportunity come, then we will be in a better position because we waited on God. We allow him to construct us and to develop us instead of just rushing because of a clock, because of a timeline that we set for ourselves. So I just had to remind myself, yes, I'm getting older and I do desire to have a family, and I do desire to be an entrepreneur and a lot of things, great things, that I want for my life and whoever I'm going to share my life with. Though I might have all these wonderful ideas and imaginations in my head, it's nothing in comparison to what God can give you. It's nothing in comparison to the spouse that he has for you. Instead of you choosing and picking the wrong picks and missing the mark, you just wait on God and you allow him to make that choice and give you direction and let him show you who they are. People will show you who they are. You just got to give it time. And I think sometimes we, like I said, we're on this time clock and we tend to rush things and we tend to want it so bad. We pretty much get in our own way. Instead of waiting on God, we rush things and we do it ourselves. And then we look back and we wonder why it didn't work out the way we anticipated. It's because we didn't do it the way God wanted to. So that's my whole motive and goal at this point in my life. Like I said, I do want a lot of things. I do want to accomplish things by a certain age and have things by a certain age. But, the reality of it is, what if you don't get those things? What if all the stuff that you dream of or the person you desire to be with, what if you don't get those things? Then what? Do you just, get mad at God and say, why God, and curse God? But you just gotta roll with the punches. And then another thing I want to say, don't have any expectations. Yes, expect the best, but at the same time, don't put your expectations on another human being, because though we may desire to be with this person, or we may desire to get this job, or we desire to move to this state, people are flawed and they will fail you. It's just inevitable. And so when we set our expectations very high on a person who is flawed and prone to do things that we, you know, wish they never did, and that might not even be intentional. Then we are sad, we're depressed, and we have anxiety, and then we don't want to deal with people. We want to, you know, you just have all these fears because you dealt with the wrong person, or you not necessarily dealt with the wrong person, but you put them on this pedestal thinking that they'll treat you this way, and thinking that if you do right by them, they should do right by you. One thing I realized, everybody wasn't raised like you, so you can't have that expectation where, okay, I'm doing great and I'm, you know, I'm treating this person fair. You don't know how they was raised. You don't know what they've been through. You don't know the mindset of a person who's been hurt, or who's been abused, or who's been misused. So when all that comes into play, people tend to act on what they went through. That's why they say hurt people, because it might not be intentional, but because they've been hurt, they just hurt the next person because they're trying to protect themselves from being hurt again. So don't have any expectations. Wait on God, and He will give you the desires of your heart as long as it aligns with Him, His word, His plan, His calling, His duty, His purpose. You know, it gotta be, you know, in right standing and in alignment with Him. And once you and God are on the same page, I'm telling you, everything will come to pass. I haven't experienced it yet. Well, in some cases. But as far as the things that I want to happen, I just know that it's going to happen if I continue to be mindful that God is in control, not Chantel. God is in control, and to not have expectations of people. And that's something to live by. So I just wanted to leave that with you all. Hope you all be blessed. Thanks for tuning in to another Telly Talks. Until next time, peace.